Silence is a superpower. In today's noisy world, everyone wants to speak, but few truly listen. The city is alive with voices, honking cars, and flashing billboards. Yet amidst this chaos, silence holds an underrated power. A person sits quietly on a park bench, watching people pass by. They are not in a rush to speak or act, but simply observing. In silence, they see what others miss. In a crowded conversation, one person listens intently, noticing the small details, the nervous fidgeting, the forced smiles, the hidden emotions beneath the words. Silence reveals truths that noise often conceals. A wise leader remains patient, letting others talk before carefully crafting their response. Their power lies not in speaking first, but in understanding before they speak. Deep in thought, a person sits in solitude, processing everything. In the absence of noise, clarity emerges, and decisions become more intentional. A wise elder shares wisdom, not by dominating the conversation, but by listening and choosing their words carefully. Their silence makes their words carry more weight. In a heated debate, one individual remains silent, absorbing the chaos around them. While others argue, they choose restraint, knowing that sometimes silence speaks louder than words. A lone traveler walks through nature, reflecting on life, the rustling leaves, the chirping birds. These quiet sounds bring more peace than any words ever could. A teacher pauses before answering a student's question. They don't rush to respond, but take a moment to think. In that pause, wisdom is shaped. Inside a quiet library, a person is deeply immersed in reading. In silence, their mind travels to different worlds, absorbing knowledge and expanding perspectives. By a calm river, someone sits in meditation, untouched by distractions. Their stillness is their strength, their silence a source of deep inner peace. In the middle of a busy crowd, one person stands quietly, observing everything. They are not lost in the noise, but find power in simply being aware. A wise person listens to a heated discussion with a calm expression. While emotions run high, they remain composed, proving that true strength isn't in shouting, but in understanding. A child watches adults speak, studying their expressions and gestures. Even without words, they learn, proving that silence is a great teacher. A person in an argument chooses not to respond, staying composed. They know that not every situation requires a reaction. Sometimes silence is the best reply. A speaker stands before an audience, pausing before delivering their message. That moment of silence builds anticipation, making their words even more powerful. A leader sits alone in deep contemplation before making a big decision. They do not rush, for they know that silence is where great choices are made. A writer stares at a blank page, lost in thought before the words flow. There is silence, a necessary pause before creativity takes shape. In a peaceful garden, someone meditates, surrounded by flowers and soft sunlight. In silence, they find clarity, balance, and harmony. A person listens, smiling subtly, understanding deeply. Their silence is not ignorance, but a sign of awareness and empathy. By the ocean, a traveler sits, gazing at the horizon. The waves crash, the breeze whispers, and in that moment of stillness, they reflect on life. A person closes their eyes, taking a deep breath. Instead of reacting, they pause, gaining control over their emotions. As the sun rises over a quiet landscape, the world feels still. Silence, in this moment, is not empty. It is full of answers. The next time, you feel the urge to respond instantly. Pause in that moment of silence. You may find more power than in 1,000 words.